Hello again, welcome to today's attempt at the Stepdle puzzle, where it's International Women's Day, as you should be aware. So I've been down the list of the Forbes list of the world's 100 most influential women, and I'm going to be using some words connected with some of them. So we will start with bank, in honour of Christine Lagarde, head of the European Central Bank. And that's worked out surprisingly nicely. If I got 4 greys, I was going to go for vice, as in Vice President Kamala Harris. But we don't need to do that because we've got the B and the A. What are we going to use alongside the B and the A? Let's try it. E and D. Is it going to be beak or beam or bear? I don't know what's more likely. This might just be a 1 in 3 chance. Oh, it can't be beak. At least we ruled that out. So possibly beam then. Beat. Oh, that was annoying. Always annoying when you get the 3 letters and you're just fishing around for that 4th one. Right. We will go for stock in honour of Lynn Martin, president of the New York Stock Exchange. That's given us the C. So, once again, if I had 5 greys, I was going to go for prime, as in Giorgia Meloni, Prime Minister of Italy. Let's go for price instead, because we have to put that C there. And that's interesting, so it might be mince or wince. Don't think it can be too many other things. Let's try one of those. Oh, so is it niece? I don't think it can be anything else. But nice female relative on International Women's Day. We will now go for single. For Beyonce, of course, Queen Bee is on the list, and one of her biggest hits, Single Ladies. I could go for ladies, but the answer is never a plural, so I think single is a tiny bit more likely to be correct. And as it turns out, it's not a very helpful guess. Ladies wouldn't have worked that well either, because it's got L-I and S in as well. But either way, we've got 1 letter in the right place and absolutely nothing else. So what are we going to try? We can't try hurdle or anything that ends LE. So what do we want to try? We could use a duplicated E. Don't really want to, but I'm struggling to think of anything that works, so we will try rebate. So it's not a duplicated E. So I should have used O's and U's. So I will use O or U or both now. The only question is, can I think of a word that uses them? The thing that springs to mind is course, because I have to use O, U, R and E. Well, I don't have to use the O and the U, but I'm trying to think of a word with those in. We have to use the R and the E, but it can't be course because we've ruled out the S, of course. So, it can't be force because that's not long enough. What can it be then? We have to use that R somewhere and it's not first. So, I don't know, is it going to be an RCE ending, like force, but slightly longer? Interesting. I'm struggling to think of anything that works. I've got some horrible letters left. I've ruled out S's and L's and N's and T's, all the more common letters. Struggling to think of anything that works at the moment. Could start with a D, of course, or a C. CR is a possibility. But what would come after that? I might at some point have to go for something that I know can't be correct, which is always annoying. I don't like doing things like that, but I am struggling to think of anything. I was about to go for coffee, but that doesn't work because we have to use the R. Interesting. Really don't know what to guess. Let's just try morgue, because it tries a new position for the R and it tries the O and the U. It can't be correct because we can't use the G, but it will give me some information, hopefully. And it has given me some information, so we've got an M, but it's not first. And the only other vowel we can use now is the O. So we have to use an O and an E. Is it going to start with 3 consonants? It looks very much like it is. Chrome, perhaps. Should have thought of that maybe a bit earlier. CHR is a fairly common beginning, but at least we got there eventually. And I'm going to go for cabinet. It's a little bit obscure, but I was struggling to find a 7-letter word. This is in honour of Sanna Marin, the Finnish president. She has a majority female cabinet, which is one of the main things that was on her Wikipedia page, so that's why the word cabinet sprang to mind. She was the youngest Prime Minister in the world when she came to power, but I think the Prime Minister of Austria has since taken that crown back. But either way, Prime Minister of Finland deserves to be recognised, so this is my small tribute. And it's paid off with the C, I and N. Nothing apart from a C is in the correct position. So let's try curling. I'm sure they do that all the time in Finland. Ooh. Is it just going to be cooling? It could be coiling. We could use a duplicated I. I think those are possibly the only 2 options. Let's try the one with 2 different letters. So it probably is a duplicated O. There we go. That's a little bit annoying. And I should have got that first one quicker, and then we would have got a nice quadruple 4. But as it is, 5 triple 4. It's not brilliant, but it's not terrible. We still have 3 guesses left, which is fairly comfortable. Never in any danger of failing. So that's the Stepdle puzzle for today. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.